East Stroudsburg University PSAC Basketball Media Day, and with junior guard Andrea Veres of the women's basketball team. Andrea, you just want to start. It's your third year in the program. You've been a star freshman. Your first year at ESU. Last year with a good sophomore season. As you're going into your third year at ESU, what do you like about this team?
This team, compared to the past teams, we've always had good chemistry. But this team, I really think, has the best chemistry on the court. We've been focusing a lot on communication. And everyone is really just there for each other. We all have each other's backs, and I think that is important. We're building a very strong team atmosphere, and that's going to be important going into PSAC.
You've been picked fifth in the conference going into the season this year. What's your team's mindset? That's where you guys finished last year.
Yeah, it was rough finishing fifth last year, missing by one spot, but this year we want to finish higher than we were ranked, of course. We want to make it to the PSACs, and that is our main goal. So even though we're picked fifth, we want to exceed that, and we have high expectations for ourselves this year.
With the PSAC tournament this year, we'll expand to the 6 teams. Obviously, you still want to be in the top 4. What would it mean to the program to be able to get there?
And like I said, this has been a goal since Coach Smith has got here. She's really been stressing that. So I think that'll be a great leap forward, and that's really what we're striving for day in, day out practice, and that's our main focus. So I think that would be a major step for the program.
All right, Jess, obviously the freshman of the year last year, you're going into your sophomore season. What's your mindset going into this year?
I'm just going into this year same as last year, just coming in, getting things done, doing what we have to do, working hard. Just obviously there's going to be some expectations, but for me, I'm just worried about what I need to do and getting the team ready so that we can go farther than we did last year.
In the front court, your team with Maureen Smith, you guys were both in your first year last year. She is a transfer, you as a freshman. What do you like about her game, and how do you guys complement each other?
I think we work really well together. We just have the sense we know where each other's going to be. It helps with me pounding inside, she's more of a, quick, take it with the elbow, take it to the basket. Just works really well. She's a workhorse. If I miss, I know she's over there getting the rebound. So we just have a nice little thing going.
You guys picked 5th in the preseason poll this year. Last year you finished 5th. This year with the conference expanding to the 6 conference tournament teams going in. What's the goal for the program? Obviously, you want to get there this year.
Yeah, we absolutely want to get to PSACs. Last year it was a little bit disappointing. I think we could have done more, but we're definitely in better position this year to get ourselves a secure spot. So that'll be exciting.
Okay. And Coach, just want to start with you. Your goals for the season. It's your third year at ESU now. What were you looking forward to for the Warriors?
Progression is really the key. Since I've been here, it's been a constant rebuild, and just want to build on from last year. On 11 wins, it was exciting. We ended up finishing 5th. I know we preseason picked 5th, which is exciting for me because we seem to finish always a little bit ahead of what we were picked. So I'm looking to finish in the top 4. Are we going to be number 1? Who knows? If we show up and play great basketball, we have that ability, but we're just so young and inexperienced still with the program, but at the same time, I think if we put all the pieces together, we have that ability. So I think we'll be very, very competitive. I think we were picked appropriately, but still at the same time, we're going to be a huge threat this year.
When you look at your roster, with the biggest player with postseason accolades last year being Jessica Martin, the PSAC East Freshman of the Year, and then teamed inside with Maureen Smith, those two together for the second season, how does that give you a nucleus for your team?
It's a huge nucleus. Those guys work well together, just period. And Faye is going to finally have a breakout year as her senior year. She's been practicing extremely strong, but they feed off each other. And last year, I think they were still trying to get used to each other and get comfortable. But this year, they're going to be a force in this conference. And I can honestly say there's not too many teams that have that kind of 4-5 tandem that can actually get production off the boards and in points. So for those two, I'm excited about it. And just building on Jess's accolade of being the freshman PSAC Player of the Year, I think she has that ability to be an outstanding all-conference player. Though she wasn't picked for preseason stuff, that's fine. I think she has a lot of room to grow, and I think she'll be a force.
In the backcourt, you have 2 returning starters there as well. Andrea Veres, a junior, Ryan Fiaski, a sophomore who had a nice freshman year for you.
Mm-hmm.
What other pieces do you put together with them as you look at your entire roster?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, well, just looking on it, with having 4 starters returning, I mean, that's just a nice, solid foundation. But we still have our senior Barb Boris, too, who's going to be able to give some of that experience and bring out some of that outside range. But we have a lot of new youngsters coming in. They got 10 new names on the roster, so I'm real excited to see how they're going to position themselves to get themselves some playing time. But we do have some dynamic freshmen that are coming in that are going to get immediate impact. They're going to get minutes, and that's going to be exciting to build on, because each year it seems like we're always talking about a new name. They always define themselves. I feel fortunate that we've had a lot of freshmen of the week, success stories the last 2 years, with it being Andrea Veres last year with Jessica Martin, and building off Ryan. Ryan's just been a solid foundation, period. What you see is what you get with her. And, I'm excited that she's going to be leading us in the point guard slot. But with a lot of newcomers coming in, we're going to be a lot deeper this year, especially with athleticism and in those guard positions. So it's going to be exciting.
When you look at the conference overall, within the East, Bloomsburg picked as the favorite. Has been a perennial power the last couple of years. Edinburgh in the West has won the league 2 straight seasons. But beyond that, a lot of programs probably feel like they have an opportunity.
Yeah, I think a lot of programs do have an opportunity. And for us, I mean, I think some programs lost some of their kind of key players. For example, even with Bloom losing Kelsey Gallagher, I mean, she was a pivotal part, even though they're still going to be strong. I mean, they still have that nice nucleus of the 4 returning, and we got 2 on the preseason poll for the preseason team. So, they got a nice foundation. But even with Millersville, same thing. But those young ladies, I think they're going to be seniors this year, so it'll be a different dynamic. But I think for programs like Mansfield and Chip, we're going to be in the mix with those, and that's why I think we can propel from even our 5th place seeding to possibly getting into that 3rd or 4th slot. I think it's a mixed bag, and it really just comes down to how the chemistry and how quick everybody clicks in their systems is really going to be a determining factor in how they place in the PSAC this year.
Okay, a couple weeks left in the preseason, and the season right around the corner. So
Absolutely.
thanks for your time.
Thanks.